Hey guys, I know it's been about a week since you've seen a video of mine, but I just wanted to post another video once I have processed my thoughts and tell you guys a little bit about my week. My week was a roller coaster for me. It was, started out very high, went kind of low, and then I ended on a very high note. The beginning of the week for me was inspiring. I was motivated. I was ready to get to work. And then the middle of the week, I think reality set in, or I felt like reality slapped me in the face a little bit. I had to make a few phone calls, call my family, just because my family always grounds me. And typically I process my thoughts alone, and nothing to my roommates. I know they felt the same way too. It's just we couldn't process there just because we were constantly around someone. But I did have to make a few phone calls to my mom, to my family, and I got back grounded. And then Thursday and Friday, I ended on very high notes. I was positive, I was confident, I was comfortable, I was, encouraged. So that's basically how my week went in a nutshell. I did want to tell you guys about the women that I did have the experience of touching my life. I think they touched my life more than I touched theirs. Even if I did touch one of theirs, it's phenomenal, it's great, but I think they changed my life more than I changed theirs. I've met women from Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Mexico, Romania, Haiti. I had the opportunity to sit with women from each of those countries, all very different, but they all impacted my life the same. Even though, some of them I talked to a little bit more than others, just because of I would say where the process was. I dealt with cases from gang violence to domestic violence, or just a woman who belongs to a class that wasn't really, or that was targeted in their countries, and that's why they're seeking asylum. These women each had children who I would definitely say were the light of the week for me. Even though there was a language barrier, those kids, I see why their moms are pushing forward, to have strength for them, and I completely understand. Those children were definitely the light. Even though they did have a lot of restrictions within the residential center, we couldn't bring toys off the carpet, in the little visitation area. They couldn't even color with crayons. It was a lot of restrictions, but I will say, with what we had, those children definitely made it worth it. Seeing their mothers being so strong for them, I think that was one of the things, that was one of the benefits, definitely a benefit. I will say, one of my favorite things that we did as a group, we ate dinner together every night, and then we also debriefed every night. Debriefing was done by Amy, who was the therapist who went with us. Thank you, Amy. You're amazing. I don't think I would have processed all my thoughts if it wasn't for you. Debriefing was one of my favorites. Even the breathing techniques. I said treatments in the last video. I meant techniques. We learned all sorts of breathing, techniques to calm your nerves, to wake you up a little bit. And so I thank you, Amy, for that. Debriefing was probably one of the highlights of my week as well. But I will just go ahead and end my video without giving a little more. You can always reach out, read the stories on us. I think we're having a flash class soon, so you can always check that out. But I do want to end my video basically thanking Professor Nanasi, because without her, this wouldn't have happened. I'm also, forever grateful for you for picking me, for one, and for two, giving me this opportunity to experience this. I'm just grateful. Also, I do want to thank you again, Amy. You made it worth it. You definitely helped me process things better and understand understand myself a little bit more, understand how I do process experiences and trauma and different things like that. I also want to thank my classmates. You all are amazing. I'm hopeful now. I can't wait to see what we do in the future. And last but not least, I would like to thank the women and the children who trusted me with their stories. I don't think I impacted your life as much as you impacted mine, and I'm thankful that you trusted me and you shared your stories with me when you were technically reliving some of your trauma. So again, such an amazing experience. This was life changing. I think I'm forever changed. I think it also reaffirmed and encouraged me to continue my fight for social justice. I don't think a lot of things really touch my bubble sometimes, but on this trip I learned if it doesn't, it's okay. You can still fight and have a voice for someone. It doesn't always have to touch you for you to speak up. So, on that note, I'm about to go to sleep, so you guys have a great night, and thank you for tuning in.